Right. Welcome to the stream, guys. Happy New Week. Should I even be wishing you guys Happy New Week now? Welcome to the stream. If you're joining us for the first time, this is the hunt. We are the billionaires hunt. Alright, where we trade together. And the goal for this live stream is to get every one of us together. Alright. And a quick disclaimer, you don't have to use the strategy we use right here, but you can just use this as your sentimental analysis, right? Or just get a little bit idea of or probably a little confidence to what you feel the market wants to do. All right, so this is a place where we come together, and this is a stream where it's not just built for just one person. This is built for all of us. All right, so you can always give your suggestion of whatever you want us to do on this stream. All right, you can always tell us, or probably you have a suggestion about any pair. Probably you feel the pair is going to go to any direction. All right, so no how do I put this? All right, no supremacy here. Right, we are all the same. Please, let's see ourselves as the same. So sometime I might be wrong and sometime I might be right. All right, and the only reason why I'm standing here to be able to give you guys something was because I've experienced the market for quite some years, and I've been profitable, all right, over the years. So that is the reason why I am standing here to give you guys at my own idea, right? And this is what I do every day. So every single time I wake up in the morning, as you can see, you can hear my voice, the way my voice is sounding. All right, so you can see I'm just waking up right now. So this is how I do everything every morning. This is what I do every single day when I wake up. All right, so I thought to share that with you guys every morning. All right, and in that process, if we get any trade, all right, we get into the trade. Right, of course, all right, we won't be able to be getting into every single trade I'm getting into every day, but at least if opportunity presents itself every single trading day, then why not? I will take it together. All right, and also if you have any questions, right, if you have any question at all, you can share that with me on the Telegram channel. I'm always there, right, to answer your questions. All right, so quickly to why you guys are here. So once again, welcome to the hunt. Welcome. All right, if you guys can hear me properly, please let me know in the comment section. All right, welcome to the hunt. Welcome to the hunt. Welcome to the hunt. Welcome to the hunt, guys. Welcome. And here's our services, guys. I also have a dream, right? I have a dream for this group, and what I have planned for was to fund one person every month. All right, so I'm working towards that. So quickly, let's go to the chat. And how do I get the fund to fund people? On the first day when I made the video, when we started the hunt, I told you guys that I already funded my account with $50. So that's what I did. I funded an account with $50, and the account I funded with $50 was the account that I'm going to be trading on the live stream, and whatever percentage will grow on the live stream, if you were able to take the account to $1,000 so of course we're going to be trading that very, very, very steady, no rush. So if you're able to create the account to something good, we're going to be using the profit made to get an account for somebody on the stream. All right, and all right, thank you so much. Welcome to the stream, Abdul. Abdul Ghani, or I don't know if I pronounce your name well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, brother. So that is what we plan. That's what I plan to do. All right, to use that to help people. And for a month that I'm not able to, or probably we're not able to grow in a month, then the account, provision, or the account giveaway is going to move to another trading month, and every profit made on that trading month plus the previous one, we're going to be using that to get an account for somebody with my forex funds or Trader Central. So that's just the plan. All right, so basically I'm just going to be checking a few things before I go down to the top down analysis, because it's very important. I need to make sure that I don't miss any trade. Last week we missed some trades, so I don't want that to happen this week again. We missed some good trades. I don't want that to happen again. So for those of you guys that are just joining us for the first time, I talked about highs and lows of the week. All right, and I also talked about how you can get highs and lows of the week. Please, you have to manage my system. I'm having a very laggy system right now. I don't know, sometimes it works perfect and sometimes it just go crazy. Now, how do you know highs and lows of the week? How do you determine highs and lows of the week to determine the direction of the market? All right, of course you have to have a strategy around this, right? The strategy that works. All right, and while building your strategy, I really advise you make sure that you stick to weekly results. All right, just forget about daily, especially if you're a day trader. Right, if you're a swing trader, you can concentrate on probably daily result. I don't know, I'm not even sure if that is healthy. All right, but it's always very good to concentrate on weekly and monthly result. All right, because if you concentrate on daily results, that is going to mix your psychology up. All right, so I talked about how to determine highs and lows of the week, and that is what I'm showing you guys right here on the chart. Let me make this one big, and this candle you can see right here, this is the highest point that this candle went to, right above this point here. And this candle you can see right here is and again guys, I want to apologize, right? I told you guys that we're going to be having a back phase on Saturday, that I'm going to be explaining this strategy to you guys. I'm going to be explaining everything to you guys. All right, but I think we'll do that today. All right, so sorry, and I need to drop that on the Telegram channel just to make sure that everybody knows that we're going to be explaining I should make that another day. Let's make it another day, but I'm just going to explain what I feel. I'm just going to explain little, like I'm going to give you guys a little intro to it. All right, I'll be giving you guys some little intro. All right, so this right here is highs and lows of the week. We have the highest point, and this candle is an H4 candle, the only H4 candles we have on Sunday. All right, Sunday was 13th. All right, and this is the only candle we have on Sunday on GBP USD. And when market open, all right, market open on Sunday, of course, and the second candle, which is the first candle that opened on Monday, all right, that is the second candle, okay, which is this one right here, and this is the lowest point the price went to. Right, when calculating this one, you want to consider the week too. All right, so we have the zone that the price went to. This is the lowest point the price went to. All right, so you just want to cap that, right, just like I have capped it here. It's not necessary, but if you're going to always know the highs and lows without capping or whatever, anything, it's also very okay. All right, so that's just how I determine highs and lows of the week. All right, by just marking the two candles, right? The first candle, the only candle on Monday, and the first candle, you know, on Sunday. The only candle on Sunday and the first candle on Monday. All right. So you copy, right? In this situation, price just tells you if you have a break of that, you know, the both candle, right, after capping that, right, just like we have at this point here, we have price broke below it to this point here. So what that tells us is, you know, the market broke the range, right, the highs and lows of the week, and price just, you know, pushed to the downside. So possibly we're going to be having sales, you know, for the week, right? Of course things can change, right? But as long as we are in this range right here, as long as we are in this range right here, you know, right from here all to this point right here, right, up to any point right down there, right, you know, deep down, we're going to keep looking for sales. All right, we'll keep looking for sales. Okay, so except when price break above this point. So when price break above this point, things change. All right, so when things change, you're going to change your bias to looking for buys again. All right, so that's just the strategy. Then you don't need to trade this alone, like I said before. Just, you know, work your strategy along that. Work your strategy with it. It's very good. Highs and lows of the week is very good. All right, so you want to consider that. GBP USD, that was a very fine momentum right there. Okay, this is a trade right here. That was a trade right there. I'm coming, guys, I'm coming. Not a trade, it's not valid. This candle here is not an engulfing candle. So how do I define an engulfing candle? I define an engulfing candle by the new candle bigger than the previous candle, and there are also some little things to pay attention to, like the wick of that candle that was bigger. The wick must not be bigger than the body of the candle, right? So if it's a dominance, right, it has to completely dominate. So that's what I believe. Right, I don't want any sign of weakness. Wicks are weakness, so I don't want any sign of weakness. So please don't mind my system, right? Don't mind my computer. So if you mark this one right here, this is the size of the wick, and if we draw that right on top of the body of the wick, you can see, guys, that I'm not sure if you guys can see clearly. I'm just gonna make this very fast. Yes, Abdul Res, yes, you're correct. So we put this is the size of the week, so put it right on the candle right here. So after putting it right on the candle, we can see that the week was bigger because we have a lot of spaces here, right? So when you have situation like that, it doesn't qualify to be an engulfing candle. We had a very fine drop right there. We need a very few pips to hit our 1 to 3. That was a nice drop. If you have a stop loss right here and a TP somewhere around this point here, but that was not an entry, so we have to wait for an entry. Alright, we need to wait for an entry. I'm just going to keep eyes on GBP USD as well, so as not to miss anything. I won't like it if I miss anything today. So the same thing you do to every other pairs too. The same thing, follow the same process. Alright, you do the same thing. Whatever pair you're trading, even if you're trading gold, if you're trading anything, right? You just apply the same strategy to understand, the direction of the market. And also, guys, there's another thing that I use as conflict, alright, which is key psychological levels, right? Key psychological levels, these are levels that price get to and react very fast. Alright, so you want to talk in terms of, is it whole number or round number right now? You guys should understand what I mean. Like, talk about 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350, 400, 450, 500, right? Just like that. 500, 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, right? So that's probably 1500, 2000, 2500, like a round number, right? A round number, right? A round number that has something that is easily, right, people can wait. And why do I use that key psychological level? Just because of the fact that we as a trader, all right, we are just, should I call us a retail trader? All right, the major traders are the banks, so we want to do what they are doing. So it's logical for banks to say, if I'm going to be trading GBP USD, before we are going to be putting our capital into the market, let's just wait to somewhere around 35, like we are in 1000, 500, right? It's possible for them to just say, okay, we need to wait to 1000, 500, somewhere, where is that? Right, somewhere around this point. And it's also okay for them to say, okay, we're not going to be waiting for 500, let's wait for 36,000 or 37,000 or 36,500. all right? So just like your currency, right? The currency you spend, right? If the banks control the forex market, it's still the people that make the currency we spend, all right? And if you check your country, probably you're not going to be seeing a hard currency, right? I'm not talking about the what is it called, the one in your bank, all right? I'm talking about your hard currency, your paper. It will be difficult for you to see $4 in paper, all right? It will be difficult for you to see $3.5 or $3.346. It is difficult, but you can see something like, I don't know what currency, but here in Nigeria we have 5 naira, 10 naira note, 20 naira note, 50 naira note, 100 naira note, 200, 500, round numbers. You cannot see 500 and 4, 3, 4, 2, that type of situation. All right, so if the banks can think in terms of round numbers, then the same thing, right? It's just like it's the sentimental, right? When trading key psychological level, it's more like you're just considering sentimental, all right? So you're always looking at a strong zone you feel like price will get to, and buyers or sellers are going to be getting into the market, all right? Just like I have samples of that, right? If I start marking key psychological level on this chart, you'll be surprised how all these zones you see right here, how all these zones you're seeing right here are just simply respecting highs and lows of them. What is it called? The psychological levels. All right, if you can see this one here, this rejection we are probably going to be having here, it's probably this rejection we had here, right? Let's talk in terms of previous thing that happened. All right, let's push down a little bit more. This rejection we have here is a rejection of this 156,000 psychological level. This one we had here. The same thing that happened at this point here. Let's look in terms of this, this rejection we had at this point here. If you look closely right there, that's also a rejection of 155,500 right there, right at this point here. Push it up a little bit, just at this point here. This is the key psychological level here that the price rejected from. If you go on and on like that, you will keep saying that price was actually rejecting a key psychological level. When you see every single time price gives this these big signs right here, there's always something price is reacting to. So every single time you see price at these key zones like this, reacting, pushing back, having an engulfing candle, sometimes it's not necessary. It doesn't mean that price is reacting because of break and retest at some point, right? So not all the time you see a reaction. Just like this point here now, we have a break and retest. It wasn't even clean. It wasn't a clean break and retest right at this point here, but we have a rejection of the key psychological level right there. All right, all this point here, there was a reason why the market is rejecting at that point, and that's the power of key psychological level. So you can combine that as confluence. So, but you have to pick one that you want to work with, right, very strongly. So I will not advise you guys to trade psychological level, take psychological level very, very serious, and take highs and lows of the week too very, very serious. But when you know that you want to get into the market, there should be something at the back of your mind. What is the highs and lows saying? Is the highs and lows, does it just recently reject the highs and lows and pushing down at this point now? Or probably we are on an highs and lows, right? What is it called? A key psychological level now. And price is price rejecting right now, or just those couple of questions that we need to ask. We need to ask ourselves, right, as traders. All right, just like me now, before I get into the trade, I want to look in terms of highs and lows, right? Those highs and lows at some point they determine my entry and everything before. All right, and now I decided to just move further by adding more confluences to everything. All right, so there are a couple of things that I always want to look out for. All right, so if I want to consider highs and lows, I want to if this one is presenting an engulfing right here, we have an engulfing right here, I check the opposite side, or upside or downside. Probably just scale, because I get into the trade on the 5 minutes and 15 minutes. I just scale to 1 hour and just try to check if market is close to my highs and lows, right? Because I want to see some reaction right there. So I'm going to be looking at this market very closely because I don't want to miss any trade today. All right, I missed a lot of money last week and I don't like that. I don't want that again. So when I saw this guy here pushing down before, right, was it GJ? Okay, when I saw this guy pushing down very strong before, I thought I already missed another trade again. I was about to get angry with myself again. Yeah, it's okay, because you're the only one who can chastise yourself. I don't know if that English is correct. You're the only one who can chastise yourself when you do something wrong, alright? Because you're not working in a company. This is your company. You are the employee, and you are also the employer. You are the CEO, alright? And you are also the cleaner, alright? You are everything in this company, alright? So whenever you do wrong, you're still the one that is going to chastise yourself if you've done something wrong. So that's why when we lose a trade, we always go back to check what's going on. Why are we losing this trade? All right. So that's just that about my strategy, and my psychology is very strong, right? Because if I talk about strategy, I probably talk about anything. I don't talk about psychology. It's more like at the end of the day, I'm giving out nothing. All right, that's why I'm going to talk about that. Psychology is very important. All right, there's been a time that I keep losing trades. Right, I lose trade like 6 trades to 7 trades in a row. That's the truth, right? And that's the reality of day trading. You can't win every time, right? There's some point like November. I had over 32.5% growth on November alone. 32.5% growth. Going back to check my this thing, because every single trade I take, I have a book right here that I record everything. I could have done the Google Doc, the Google Notes and all that, but I prefer just jotting my stuff down, so that every single time I just go back to check it. Right? If I'm not streaming for you guys right now, I'm probably just going to be looking at my chart and be looking at the book, right? And just trying to see. I'm probably just making a back test, right? Probably just seeing what's going on. Am I still on the right track and all that? All right. So we as traders, it's just like being a musician, right? Every musician are scared, right? They are always scared because the business is very funny. Any single time you can just die down and nobody listening to you anymore. Alright, so you have to be creative every single time with everything you do as a musician. So you have to always be at alert, keep looking for good quality songs to give people, all the stuff like that. Alright, so that's what musicians go through, because I have a musician, that someone that I know, right? Is always worried about music, always worried about everything he pulls out. If musicians can be so worried, right, trying to want to be perfect and everything, just want to be superstars and all those stuff, right? So why can't we as a trader, right, try to put our stuff together, right? So you're still your everything, so you always try to grow every single time. We always try to grow every single time. We always work on our strategy. There are some seasons that our strategy will not work, then we might probably lose, eat a losing streak for that time. But to be honest, that doesn't mean our strategy don't work. Alright, it's just a couple of things can be happening at that time. Probably you can eat a losing streak, or probably the strategy is in a season that doesn't really fit in with it. And every strategy has this situation, and that's why most people who want to trade, who doesn't really have passion about trading, that's the reason why they run away. Because I come and just profitable for a few days, and now I eat losing streak and all that. Some most people like swing trading. Swing trading is good because you're going to lose less, right? You will lose less, but at the end of the day, day trading is more profitable to me. I've never seen anybody who swing trades that is more profitable than day trading. Trade traders, right? The trader gives you money most of the time. So let's check our top-down analysis. What's going on? What is going on? I'm going to be looking at this very closely. I don't want to lose any trade, because I'm just going to scalp this morning. I'm looking for a 5-minute entry right here. I'm looking for sales for now. Alright, like I said before, this is the highs and lows, the highest point that the price gets to. This is the highest rather, and this is the low, right, of the week, right? So we are trailing below, right. And when I talk about the price breaking below the highs and lows, is the H4 candle that has to break below the highs and lows, right? The H4 candle has to break, and not just break alone. You don't want a situation where price is just breaking below it and you already start getting into the trade. No, you want to be patient for price to close. Let the H4 close below. right? That is when you have a full, break of highs and lows right at that point. Right, so right at this point here, if I can look closely, I can see a key psychological level right here. This is a key psychological level at this point here. This 35,500 zone right here. This 35,500 zone has a key psychological level right there, and that explains why price is rejecting this point here. That explains that. Not just that alone, guys. If you look at this point also, you always want to pay attention to recent price data. It's very, very important. All right, recent price data is so important. All right, so I want to pay attention to the recent zone that price got to and react. All right, what do I mean by this? Right, you want to, this is, this zone right here was a resistor. All right, this zone here was a resistor. All right, and this resistance with this candle right here turns to support. All right, bro, what am I saying? Right, this is a support, right? But the support was broken because at this point here we can see price break above, was acting as a support right at this point here. From this, let me make this one big. From this red candle pushing down at this point here was a support. All right, from this red candle to this, this green candle right here, price at the support. Right, price get to that point and got some support and price was pushing it back. But what do we see right at that point? All right, this red candle right here, the H4 candle here, breaks the support right to the downside. All right, makes this zone right here a resistance zone, right? A resistance. All right, so at this point here we can see this green candle or blue candle, whatever one that is on your chart, right? Got to this point here and rejected. Right, we have a resistance that way, that zone there. All right, so as you can see right at this point here, price get to the point reacted very strongly. Then we have every of this candle getting to that point and reacting to the extent that we had this this bullish candle right here also rejected after getting to that zone, right? That support on to resistance zone. Right, so when price get there, price rejected and push back to the downside. So what is this thing? Right, we have a key psychological level right there. We have something we can call a break and retest. Now I understand a lot of people will want to draw their zone right here and probably call this zone their break and retest. Right, this is a very strong zone right here. We have the the bigger support. This zone here is the bigger support right here. So you want to be careful if you're going to be trading, if you're going to be looking for sales right at this point here. It's advised that if the market presents a sell right at this point or any point right from this candle to this upside here, you want to make sure that you don't target more than this zone right here, because price can have a reaction right there. Right, we've been knocking at this door for a very long time. We have a support right here, we have a support right here, we have support right here, we have support right here, and we have support right here. So this zone can be broken, or probably price is just going to continue back off from that zone. All right, so before then, let's check the daily. All right, what's going on daily? I will further explain why price was rejecting that point right there. So on the daily, we have a couple of weeks here, right? Price is not that strong. Okay, price has just been weakening, right? Going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But if you want to pay attention to recent price data, we can, oh sorry, let me click on, okay, it was clicked on. What was the FX character? Alright, so just right at this point here, we can see that zone was still the support, and now this explains why we have this support right here, why we have the price rejecting that point. At this point here, we have a strong zone right here, recent price data. We have a recent support onto resistance still, right? We have a price get to this point here, turn to support, break that support, break back above again, and that zone is also turning to a support right at this point here. So that explains why price get to this point and rejected back, get to this point and rejected back, get to this point and rejected back. All right, and also now we can see price it's still very weak, right? Even price can still push up, right? We can see, that's back and forth move. All right, so if you're a swing trader, it will be safe for you to just wait for price to strongly break above this point, right? At this point here, don't wait for price to break above here, and probably target somewhere around this point here. This is a safe range right here. Let me get this one out of the chart. This zone right here, sorry, don't mind my drawing, this zone is a safe range right here. Alright, so if price break above this point here, it's just probably continue to the upside right at that point. Alright, that's what the daily is saying, and we have price rejecting a key zone right at this point here. Alright, more like what is it called, break and retest. If we can fine tune this zone here, we can see that price was also rejecting to 35. That was a key psychological level, guys. Like I told you guys, this is a key psychological level here. We have 35, 35, how do I call this now, we have 35,000 zone, right? That's 35,000 zone right there. So that's the key psychological level right there. It's a round number right there. So we have confluence of break and retest, and also a key psychological level right at this point here. So that explains why price gets to this point and continue to bounce to the upside. Moving to H4. Okay, so we can see price moving this way, this type of situation. We can have a situation like this and a continuation of, alright, that's what I feel price can do. And we can have that situation right there. Okay, so that up zone right there is also a safe range, but we as day traders, we don't really pay attention to all this overextended or probably wait within a range, right? Because all we had to do is just target few pips. 20 pips, we're done. 20 pips, sometimes 15 pips, 16 pips is enough for the 1 to 3. For people that trade break and retest and what is it called, a swing trade, right? You can make a little money right at this point here, because we had a push above this point here. We have an engulfing candle. An engulfing candle is a very strong signal for a reversal, especially when you are trading break and retest. All right, if you're trading break and retest, pay attention to multiple week rejection, like probably 2 week rejection. All right, 2 week rejection or an engulfing candle. That's all you need, right? All you need, an engulfing candle. That's the 2 things you need to be successful trading break and retest. All right, that's all you need. Just right at this point here, we have this zone here. We have an engulfing candle pushing to the downside right there, and price crashes to the downside. We have price pushing back up to this point here. We have a pin bar, right? We have this rejection right here. We have rejection, multiple week rejection right at that point. Price crashes to the downside. We have we're probably going to be waiting at this point here. So if you're trading break and retest, we ruled out this zone right here. We have price break below this point here, comes back up. If you check the 1 hour chart, right, this is a retest. Only this one candle is 4 candle on the 1 hour chart, so this is a retest. And after that, we have an engulfing candle. Price crashes to the downside. I can teach break and retest in less than 10 minutes. All right, and you can also be very, very, very profitable with break and retest. All right, you can also be very profitable with that. All right, so like that. Right, so if you're the type that trade break and retest, right, this will be helpful. All right. So that type of situation. Also, we have this point here. We have this engulfing candle right at this point. We have this engulfing candle pushing above, and after that we have price get to this top right here. Right at this point here, if you don't take the trade, because there was no break and retest, and of course there was no multiple week rejection right at that point, even though we had another break and retest, but the zone didn't really get to this zone right here. So you want to pay attention to that. and after that we have this engulfing candle right here. After that we have price move to the downside. So those type of situation, right? Those type of situation. We also use this even as a scalper. You can also use this, you know, knowing at this point here that we have an engulfing candle. You can just, you know, navigate, you know, that okay, price should probably continue to the downside. So that's why that, you know, taking a trade has to do with a lot of, you know, conferences. I'm coming back to that. We're still going to talk about that. If you have any question, leave that. Okay, USD JPY. I will check that. Before then, I'm looking to scalp GBP USD and GBP JPY today. So I'm staying very, very alert. I don't want to miss anything. Okay, nothing yet, except for the fact that we have okay, except for the fact that we have a supply zone right here. This is my supply. That was a supply zone right there. So let's see, we need one more supply. We need one more supply at that zone. Let's check GBP JPY. Nothing on GBP JPY yet. Nothing. I can't even see any supply yet. But let's see what happens. Let's check 15 minutes. Alright, if this candle closes bullish, that is going to be a supply right there. But let's see what happened. Let me check the 15-minute candle right here as well. This was not a supply. This is a supply right here on the 15-minute chart. Let's come back to somewhere around here. Okay, so the 15-minute we had another supply right here. I'm gonna keep eyes on that. I'm gonna keep my eyes on that. Let's go back to so on the H4 we have that situation. Alright, so probably price could just push back up. That is what I'm expecting right now. I am expecting price to push back up to this point here. Let me remove this on the chart. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one right there. I'm gonna get this one out of the chart. So what I'm expecting now is for price to, you know, push up here. Then we have a little reaction, and that reaction is what I want to trade. That reaction is what I want to trade. If price gets to this point here, I know there's going to be a reaction. Alright, it's either we are going to be having a strong break above here and price just continue to the upside. Alright, but in this type of situation, I'm not going to be looking for sell buys because the price is still below the, you know, highs and lows of the week. Alright, but if we have a positive reaction and I see that breaking, you know, a supply zone on the lower time frame, then I'm going to be going short. Right, all we need is not even up to a one H4 candle. Alright, all we need is just 20-26 pips. We are done for the pair for the day. So that's what I'm waiting for right now. Okay, for the people that trade break and returns, I would say it's not really advised now to get into sales right at this point to the downside, right? If you're hoping to trade break and retest to target somewhere down here, I'm not sure that is safe, because we've been having this zone being rejected multiple times, right? Price could have break that zone, price could have break this zone here, right? Even despite that, we have a very strong candle pushing to that zone, right? Price still couldn't break the zone, right? So what I feel now is price can just, you know, continue up or probably just break above and continue its uptrend right there. That's what I feel right now. And also we have something like, you know, this ugly inverted head and shoulder right there. So the head and shoulder price supposed to have break above this point here. So, and the reason why price has still been ranging between this, within this zone right here, you need to be very, very careful at that point. You need to be very careful looking for sales right at this point here. And that's just my sentimental, dude. That's just my own technical analysis. Alright, you can always do what you like. So looking at the H1, right, we have price coming back to test this point, and you know, breaking above strongly, and we have price rejecting this point. Yes, so we could have price break above this point here and continue up. And my bias on GBP/USD on the H1 and H4 is still bullish. It's still bullish. You can have price break above that point and just continue up. Bias is bullish. That doesn't stop me. If I have an opportunity to scalp for sales, I will do that. But if you're taking your trades based on 1 hour, you know, 4 hours, I think GBP/USD will be bullish for today. Check 5 minutes right here. Okay, still pushing. Nothing serious yet. So for the person that asked for USD JPY, let's check that. Yes. So this is how I got my key psychological level mark on the chart before. Like I told you guys that I have key psychological level mark on the chart. If you go back to those zones, you will see we have strong rejection on key psychological level. So for those of you guys that want to really know more about key psychological level, I made a video about that on my channel, so you want to check the channel. Alright, look at this point here. We have a strong reaction right here. Price crashes. The reaction at the key psychological level crashes. A pullback, a little pullback right at this point here, and a pullback to this point here. A key psychological level, price rejected. To this point here, key psychological level, price rejected. To this key psychological level right here, price rejected up. Price kept, you know, rejecting key psychological level right here. Key psychological level, key psychological level. You see, power of key psychological level. Alright, and JPY and GBP/USD respect this so much. Really respect that. Right, we have key psychological level right here, key psychological level, key psychological level. You know, you can see price rejecting these key psychological levels. Look at this one too as well. Key psychological level being rejected right here. The reaction on this key psychological level right here. Look at this one as well. Key psychological level, the reaction right at that point. Right. If you mark this top right also, we can see that this zone is also a key psychological level right there. Alright, you can see that week. That is 114,500 right there. Key psychological level. Price rejected this point again. Key psychological level, key psychological level, key psychological level, key psychological level as well, a rejection of key psychological level as well. Key psychological level is so powerful, right? Very, very powerful, guys. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. So what do I think? What do I think? First of all, paying attention to recent price data. Price broke below this point here. As long as price haven't breaking below this point here, price can still reverse up, especially seeing these short candles we can see right here. I don't like short candles. So this explains it. We have a resistance zone right here. The price has rejected drastically twice. Alright, we have price get to that point, rejected back up. Alright, and at this point here we have price pushed to that point again and rejected back up right at that point. Right at this point here, we have a rejection. Alright, the tendency that this price that is pushing very deep to this point here is going to reverse up is more for now. Is more compared to it breaking to the downside. Now I'm going to explain that. We have price at this point here, got to this point, reacted and bounced back up. We have another price get to this point here, reacted and bounced back up. Alright, this zone is a strong zone right here. So there's something about this zone. Right at this point here. So this one pushing so deep at this point here could continue up, but again we have a double top right at this point here. Sorry about that. A double top right at this point here. So what could that mean? Let's look at the very big picture. Okay. So we could say that the price has a very high chances of, getting to this point and bounce back up. Well, as it stands, alright, the chances of price pushing to the downside too is also very strong. Alright, right at this point here we can see this trend line being tested. We have a test right at this point here, an engulfing candle push back up. A test right at this here too, an engulfing candle push back up. Now right at this point here we have double weak rejection right there. Right, this is a weak rejection and this is a weak rejection, and price, instead of price to continue back up, price was still very stubborn to move into this direction. So I feel we can have these two situations for this candle right here to break below this point here. That's going to be today's candle, right, to break below this point here and price continue to the downside. Or probably we are going to be, if this candle end up being a week, right, or probably a doge, we can have a push back up, right, and a break, or probably a push back up and break the zone here before we finally have a break right at that point. But we will definitely have a break to the downside. We have that. So let's go to H4. 4 hours rather. Okay, so this one right here, paying attention to recent price data. We have the zone right here, we have a key strong zone right here. Alright, so because of this, these candles that we can see right here, we can have a little reversal to somewhere above this point here before we have a break. Right, right? So now this H4 kind of confirms that price is possibly going to break, but probably we're going to be having a retest of this point here before we have that break. All right, because of this candlesticks formation right here, right? These are just exhausted candlestick for him, candlestick right here. So we can have a little retracement, right, for price to take out people, probably people who are, you know, who are short or here, or probably price push back up to gather momentum to push back to the downside. But there's going to be a push up before we can have a break right at this point here. I'm very sure about that. There's going to be a very strong push up right at this point here to probably take out all the people that are hanging here, all the people that have their stop loss somewhere around this point here, or probably carry these people that want to trade break and retest along right at this point here. So there's going to be like a spike up, then we can have a break at that point. All right. And also guys, also if you look to H4 recent price data, we can say we have, it will be safe if we don't have that type of situation. All right, if we don't have the situation we have on the higher time frame, it will probably be safe to say we are having a situation like we just have, you know, a fake out right at this point here, followed by an engulfing candle. That this break and retest, something that looks like a break and retest at this point here, we just continue back up. All right, but because of that double top that we had at that point, all right, and with this exhaustion candle, this exhaustion candle you can see right here is a sign that the price will push up a little bit for some time and just crash down. I've experienced this so much in the market. Price will go down, getting exhausted, then before you know it, we have a break of this trend line right here. So we will have a break of that trend line today after we have, you know, a spike up. Let's see what happened with that. Let's see what happened with that, and let's check 1 hour. Okay, on the 1 hour we have something like this. All right, we have something like that right there, and then paying attention to recent price data, you can see we have a push up, push down, a break of this zone right here, a break of this resistance right here, we have a test of that resistance, a break of that support right there, and we have that support turn into resistance right at this point here, and price continue down. Alright, so on the H1 we can still see a selling market. Alright, price is still bearish on the H1. But don't forget, we have this very strong zone right here. So for price to move, you know, all the way down to this point here, we could have a break of this trend line on the H4. Alright, or probably today. Alright, so let's see what happened. Alright, we can have a break of this trend line and price push back to this point here, and we can also have a reversal right at this point here because of this, you know, ugly head and shoulder that we can, you know, see at this point here. So the situation right here is price can come back at this point here, or probably just, you know, continue pushing up to this point here, taking out all the people that are hanging around this point here before we have a situation of a downside like this, and price just break the trend line. But there's still going to be a break. All right, but these zones, all right, there's no clear break and retest zone for you to get into the trade if you're trading break and retest. But the strategy, you know, whatever you do with your strategy, you can easily, you can get the idea. Just let me know if you understand what I've explained. So that's what I feel will happen. Come in, guys. Let me check this trade. Okay. Do we have an entry? This is an engulfing candle. This is not. nothing yet on GBJPY, but GBUSD is setting up. Hopefully we have something great very soon. Hopefully we have something great very soon. We already have sellers stepping into the market. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we're having more of like an exhaustion on this 50 minutes, which is good, something that we need that, and we're having price coming to make a double top right here. Of course, I still need a little bit push up before we can have that push down right there. I need a little bit more push up. I need a little bit more push up right here before we have the little movement down. And let's see. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's go to. If you have any questions, please keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming, keep it coming. Please keep it coming. Let's check what's going on with forex. Let's check the news. Let's see. Do we have major today? And we have USD major news today. 8:30 AM, that's gone, safe, that's gone. I don't understand. Let me look at why is it showing 8:30 AM for USD? Alright, so yeah, 2:30 instead of 8:30. Right, 2:30 we have USD. We have USD major news. If you're as a day trader or scalper, you need to be very careful and you need to combine the news. I hope you guys understand the forex factory. If you understand, if you don't understand, you can let me know. If you don't. So I'm gonna be careful around 2:30. Because we're going to be having the major news right there, so I'll be very, very careful, especially with GBP USD. Let's do top down analysis for GBP JPY, and then we do gold. Please, if you're new here, subscribe, join the family. Join the gang. Join the gang. Join the gang. Alright, so on GBP/JPY we have this inverted head and shoulder right here. It's kind of saying price will continue up. Alright, and also we have this double top. Alright, this is the situation where we expect price to push back up. Alright, and price rejecting, right now. Let's see. Paying attention to recent price data, we can see on the daily, this is a support right here. This is support. Price push back up. Now price is currently rejecting the support. Alright, this candle right here, we don't know the situation of the candle. It can end up being a week, right? So probably pushing back up right at this point here, end up being a week, or this move can end up being a week, because we can see the price is possibly going to reject this point. This is going to reject, possibly going to reject this upper point right here. And then if you drag that to this point here, you can see that was a strong zone right there. You can see price also rejecting that. Alright, so another situation we have here is this double top. Alright, is price going to break the double top? Let's find out. Alright, going to H4. Yes, to be honest with you guys, these short candles here, trust me, they are not bearish candles. They're just kind of deceiving. They are deceiving. We're going to be having a very drastic move very soon. But we only need to catch that small move in the market, that very tiny move in the market. That's all we need. So let me get this one out of the chart. So here is it. We could have a break above this point here. If we have a break above this point here, this zone here is going to be a free range, because if price comes back above here and close little above here, or close above this point here, right, definitely the price will be pushing up to this point here before reversing and probably continue back up. Alright, so right now it's still indecision. Alright, it's still indecision. GBP/JPY for now, still indecision. We want to wait for price to break this point. We want to wait for price to break above here before getting into the trade. So we still have this indecision type of situation right there. And of course we have this trend line right here. So price can come back at this point here. Can have this situation. So price can come back somewhere around this point before reversing back to the downside. Let's see what happens. Let's see. So many indecision in the market right now. Let's see. We have a double top, we have a double bottom right here as well too. Majorly, I'm expecting something like something like this. That type of situation. Push back up. That's what I'm expecting right at that point. Let's see what happens. And also we have that ugly or inverted action right here. Not that clean, but we have it. And now we're having momentum kicking in. If this candle closes engulfing, that is a strong momentum kicking in right there. So let's see. We can have a break above and price pushed back to this point. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. told you guys this is a rejection of a key psychological level right there. This level is a key psychological level, or 5,000-6,000 is a key psychological level right here. That's the zone that price is currently rejecting. Price is currently rejecting that zone. Yeah, these guys don't mind the noise, please. I'm just, I have this thing disturbing me in the house. I don't mind the dog back, the dog back. So nothing yet on GBP USD for now. Nothing yet. I'm not seeing anything for now. But let's see. If you guys have anything you want to ask me, if you have any questions, or you want me to check them if there, please let me know. Alright, let me know. We also have a multiple rejection right here. Alright. Multiple week rejection right at this point. What is going on? Having weak city everywhere. Weak city. Alright. Let's see what happens. I've gotten my eyes right on GBP USD. It's not going to escape. Let's check gold. Wow, gold has been very bullish. Very bullish. I will break up the zone. Connect that with this one. Let's connect that with this one. Okay, that was the resistance. And the resistance turned to support right at this point here. Gold is very bullish. Gold is probably going to move down very soon to have a retracement, picking this Fibonacci zone right here. It's probably coming to retest this zone again. This zone right here. It's possible. You can have a retest very soon. So it's okay to say we're looking for this situation and a bounce back up. Right on gold. Chart right here as well. Of course, when you guys want to trade this type of situation, you need to pay attention to the key thing, which is the candlestick that forms right at this point here. Me personally, if I want to trade break and retest right at this point here, I'm going to be very careful right at this point here. The safest zone to wait for is this H4 zone right here. This zone is more safe, or probably we say this zone right here. But this zone is not that safe. especially if you're going to be getting into the trade and your TP is going to be above right here. It's not safe. So it's better for price to come down to this point here before getting into the trade. And like they say, the trend is your friend. So it's better not to try to go against the trend. I don't trade gold. It works with my strategy. Don't worry guys, we're going to be fixing a day again, and we're going to be doing these, back tests and teaching of the strategy. I promise you guys, this Saturday, unfailingly, we're going to be having it. Alright, we're going to be having it. This Saturday we should have it. If paraventure we didn't get any trade at the end of the day on GBP USD today, what I'm going to be doing is I will be updating you guys on the Telegram channel. That's if we end up not getting into any trade. Because I don't want the stream to be too long. Let's see. And if you need capital to trade, I recommend you register with my forex funds. That is my recommended broker. Okay guys, Angelina, that's my recommended broker. Please, if you need capital to trade, that's my recommended PROPFIRM rather. If you need capital to trade, my first funds is better. And I think they were having I made a video about it saying they were having a 10% discount because the crypto payment was not available before, but now it's available. Right, you can make payment with crypto right now. Right, so all their payment stuffs is now available. Alright, so and they have a 10% discount before. Alright, but that expires, the 10% expires on the 14th, right? I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. Yeah, should be yesterday. Expires yesterday. So you can go back to the 5% discount, right? And if you want to know the code for the 5% discount, I have a video about that showing you guys the code. So the code is still valid if you want to register with my forex funds. And also I have another PROPFIRM that I'm also working on bringing to you guys. I'm planning on getting an account with them before coming to show you guys about them, which is the funded trader. Alright, and for those of you guys that are joining us for the first time, let me just show you guys search for that. Okay, this is it. Alright, this PROPFIRM right here. One thing I like about this PROPFIRM is their customer service. To be honest, top notch. They make you feel special, just like you're special to them. Alright, of course I'm not partnering with them for now, right? I don't have anything with them. Probably I'm going to generate a link for you guys. Probably you want to sign up with them using my link just to give me token for making a review about them. I'm going to be leaving that in the comment section. Alright, so they have different account sizes. They have the standard challenge, they have the one-step challenge, and of course the rapid is not available now, right? I'm sure they are working on that. So the only downside about this is they don't have, you know, lesser account size, right? The lowest account size is 50k. All right, so that's the only downside about it. You can't get 10k, you know, 20k, 25k, you know, all of that. You can't get it. Right, in this situation, you can only get 50k, 100k, 200k, and the catch here is this, you know, 400,000 right here. So instead of getting 100k, margining them together, or probably getting 200k, margining together, this situation you can just go straight to 400k. Right, and the fee is not up to $2,000. Right, this is the fee right here. So, and a couple of things are very, very nice about them. So, for instance, if you want to sign up or you want to get, you know, an account, and you're getting an account, you know, like, you know, 50k and above, I strongly recommend them for their, you know, very good customer service. And of course, there are other things that also makes me like them. Their leverage is 1 to 200, minimum trading days 5, you know, like the usual, and phase 1 target, right? This one you don't have to, you know, do it for 30 days. This is for 35 days. And we have phase 2 for 60 days as well, which is, you know, 5%. Unlike MFF, my forex funds, and the first phase on my forex fund is 8%, and the second phase is 5%. Alright, but here the first phase is 10%. That's another downside, right? But it's still okay considering the fact that they are giving you extra 5 days to trade. Alright, and here maximum loss is 12%. Another catch here is the maximum daily loss here. My first one and the rest is 5% maximum daily loss, but here they give you opportunity to lose up to 6%, which is beautiful. Their profit split is also better. It's also better. The profit split is also better. They give you 80%, right from the beginning. Right from the beginning, they give you 80%, and this is the 80% is the, you know, final product for some other profits, because they will start with you with 70 or probably 75%. So right here now they give you 80% to 90%, and refundable fee. They have refundable fee, you know, the 50k, you know, 315, right? So a little bit up, right? But to be honest with you guys, the another catch here is this competition right here. So you guys can join them, or probably join this competition right here. So what they do is they have competition every month. Alright, for those of you guys that are just joining us, they have competition. We're talking about the funded trader. They have competition every month, right? That is a situation where they fund, you know, they help 20 traders, right, or 20 aspiring traders who want to, you know, trade their capital, right? They help 20 traders, and this is what they do, right? Every month. This situation is every month. We have the February competition, January competition, right? So this is kind of better, and you can join anytime, right? You can even join today. You can join. I think you can still join. I think you can still join right now. Probably it's closed. I think it's closed here. It's closed. You can't join anymore. But when they bring it, they would have, you know, before this one runs out, probably 10 days before February competition is over, they would have been, you know, advertising that, right, telling you guys to start registering for that. Right, so what they do is they give the first position. Probably, let's check that. Let's check the rules. Let's check. So what happened is just the normal. It's just the normal trading, right? It's just the normal trading, not the normal, you know, PROPFIRM, you know, phase 1, phase 2, you know, all those stuffs. It's just the normal thing, right? Nothing is different, right? It's just the normal things. 6% daily drawdown, 12% total drawdown, 5 minimum trading days, you know, all those stuff, right? Just the normal thing. So here is it says free 200k standard challenge, first place, right? That is, if you take the first position, they are going to be giving you free 200k challenge, right? And the second position is 100k challenge, and the third position is 50k challenge. All right, they have, you know, this PROPFIRM that I'm bringing to you guys. You guys know I don't just bring any PROPFIRM to you guys, right? This one are legit, right? These ones are legit, right? They have couple of payouts and all that. All right, and the fourth place, they are going to be giving you 50% off, right? They're going to be giving you a coupon of 50% off. And also the fifth place, they're going to be giving you 25% off. Sixth place 15, like that, right? And from 11th place, right, you're going to be getting 10% off, of every account size you get, right? So one thing about this is it's not just okay, right, for coming. Let me see what's going on. Right. CPU. Okay, nothing special for now. Alright. So the good side about this is, for those of you guys that want to probably test your strategy, and you want to sign up, probably you want to get FTMO free trial, because majorly if I teach people my strategy, or anybody my strategy, I always advise before getting into funding account and all those stuff, you have to probably just go to FTMO site. That is what I advise. You have to go to FTMO site, create a free trial, pass the challenge probably 5 times, right? That is if you're new to trading though, right? Not for everybody. Some people are pro already in this group, right? But if you're new to trading, all right, I advise first of all, go to FTMO, create a free trial, pass that challenge like 5 times before saying you want to move to paying money, right, to get an account, right? So you have to make sure you pass 5 times back to back. All right, but the thing about that is that one now, emotions is not kind of involved. All right, but this one, emotion is kind of involved, so it's very useful, not on the side of trying to make money alone, right? It's not just for making money alone. You can register for this just to test out your strategy, and also test out your emotions, because at the end of the day, when you're doing this, you're going to be getting something, right? You're going to be getting something for sure. All right, so if you do good, you get something. You can even get a 200k challenge and all that. So that way now you'll be able to balance your emotions. So probably if you have emotional problem, you're going to be probably you join the January, and you were able to understand your major problem, if it is emotional problem, or probably or just your psychology is not just in place, or probably your strategy is not good and everything, right? If you join probably on January, you might or anytime you join, right, you might use the first month to understand what's really going on. That's for people who are just starting, right? You might use that to understand what is really going on with your strategy, going on with you generally, all right? Because that way you're not just trading like a demo account. This one now you're trading, and even if not your full emotions involved or psychology involved, at least you have your emotions involved, because seeing the group of people that are seeing how many thousands of people that register, probably seeing yourself in the 50th position, or probably seeing yourself in the 60, 100 or 10th position or 5th position or something, right? That will challenge you to even do more better, right? So I feel this is very, very important, and I really recommend it for you guys, especially if you're starting up. And also, if you're not just even starting up, if you're a pro on this stream, if you're a pro on this group, you're a pro on this stream, why not bring back the 200k challenge, right? Or 100k or 50k, probably get 50% off. So this is a very big opportunity for everybody, both people who are pro and people who are not pro yet. Right, so I just thought to share that with you guys. All right, and if you don't want to go through the challenge, if the challenge is stressful, you can just easily get an account, right? Easily, right? You can get an account with them. They're very good. I so much love their customer service. It's very, very fantastic. I joined their group on the Discord group. They really recommend their good traders and all that, and they have couples of payout. And there's no sketchy rules, right? There's no sketchy rules at all. no funny rules, right? There's no funny rules. So you guys want to check them out, right? And you can make payment with, what is it called? You can make payment with Bitcoin, whatever crypto you have, and you can also make payment with your card, right? Your card. But the only downside about card payment is that for those of you guys that are living in Nigeria, or probably some Africa country where they restrict you from spending much with your card, just like Nigeria now, they restrict us to just $100 per month. So that way you can get any account right here. I can't see any account you can get right here, because you can only spend $100 every month in my country right here. So in this situation, crypto is just the only option for you. Crypto is the only option, right? And this one-step evaluation, the one-step challenge, this one doesn't really make sense. You have to put in some capital, and when you pass the challenge, they give you additional 40%. So it's just like you're putting $100 in an account, and they give you a 100k account. Once you meet up with the 10% profit target, they will just give you 40%. So if you sign up with $100, they're just going to be giving you $140, right? After you pass, then the account is gone, right? So if you need another money again, you sign up with another account again, they give you 100k challenge again. You pass again, they give you 40% again. So that's just that about this one right here. So that's not really the catch, right? This is more of the catch right here, and the competition right here. And not just that alone, guys, they also give I always like bringing opportunities to you guys. They also bring they also do giveaways, right? So every month, I think every month they give like 3 people free account, right? They give 3 people free account. So it's just other stuff like posting them on your socials, post them on Telegram and all that. So you could win, right? Why not just try, right? So you can just join their Discord group. I'm going to be leaving every details, right? I'm going to be leaving every details on the Telegram channel. I think that is going to be after this video, right? So I'm going to be leaving that, so you guys can go check them out, right? And see if you can just do something with them, right? And also, for those of you guys that want to trade, if there's no enough capital and you have just very little capital and you need an account and your strategy show for you, I also made video about Trader Central. Wow, GP USD flying up right now, flying. What are you trying to do? What is GP USD trying to do? CGG, we are in some situation right there. Yes, head and shoulder being respected now. Let's see now where is price heading to. We have okay, we have price currently at price at this key psychological level right here. This is the key psychological level, and now price is breaking above that key psychological level. Let's see. Is price heading to this one? Is price heading to this? Is 156,500. Is price heading to 157,000? Let's see what happens. Right. So if we don't have a rejection right here, if there's any reaction right here, and price is breaking above that point, we should probably be seeing price heading to this point here, right? And also, guys, that is not just standing alone. We also have the support, turns to resistance right at that point. So let's see if price is heading to this point, right? It should be above this point here. We should have above this point here. And if I draw this Fibonacci right here, it just tells me directly the zone where I'm expecting price to bounce back. Yeah, so somewhere around this point here, on that same zone right there, that same key level right there. Let's see what happens. But I don't trust fast candles. Can end up being a week. Let's see. Let me get this out of the chart. Strong. How many pips is that? That's like 70 pips right there. It's like 70 pips, you know, so right there. Now, like I said on USD JPY, about the, you know, come in and check the top down analysis. Something would have happened on JPY. Yes, about the small candles that I told you guys that we're going to be having a reversal right there. You guys can see we had a reversal right at that point. I knew that would happen, especially when you start having this, you know, tiny candles right here. You start having, you know, exhaustions on every candle, so that will happen. Let's see. Price is bouncing off. Let's see what happens. Guys, it's 1 hour 40 minutes already. If you have any questions, please keep it coming now. Let me answer them, please. If you have any questions for me, it's about time you ask. Please give this video a like, guys. Give this video a like. Let's help other people to see this video so that they can join us on the stream. I want a situation where we'll be able to, traders will be able to meet traders and all that good stuff. So any which way, any way you can help with this stream, right? You can just, you know, help in your little way. And the way to help, right? The first thing is by clicking like button. Alright, so you want to give this video a like. Any questions, guys? Any questions? This is a big move on GBP USD. Strong move right there. Also, we had something like that sugar right here as well. Have this situation right here as well. Let's see. Hopefully we'll break above these highs and lows right here. You know, when this H4 candle closes. I doubt that. I seriously doubt that. Let's see. Like I said before, we need just tiny move in the market. Just one H1 candle is all we need. So let's see. So in absence of no questions, I'm going to be calling it a day right here. And also, guys, there's also another PROPFIRM I want you guys to check out. This is going to be the last, you know, Trader Central. I've made a video about that. My passport even here? No. And I'm not even sure if I can remember my password. But do we need to sign up? cancellation. Okay, what I will do is I will open that up on my Firefox and get back to you guys. Alright, I will open that up on the Firefox. Right, these guys also, they are very good, and in the sense that they have a very, a very cheap, right, price. Right, they have very cheap pricing. Okay, so I also made video about them, so you can check the video on the description on my channel. You see the videos on the channel. All right, so I'm coming. I want to open the other browser so I can show you guys. Please, if you have any question, ask me now, please. Any question, ask me now. Now is the time. Now is the time. Here's what I don't like. Alright guys, I won't be able to open that to you guys, but I'm going to be bringing that tomorrow so I can explain that better. But if you want to know before then, you can check my channel. You will see every video, because I don't want to open another app, because I'm live streaming right now, and I don't want something to lag, the system or something. I don't want to crash, right? So that's why I'm not going to be opening that here, and I've even forgotten my password right at this point here. Right, but the password was saved on the other browser. Alright, well, I'll bring that to you guys, and if you want to check more, it's just basically that they have low pricing, very low pricing, with as low as $40 or as low as $50. You can get an account with them, right? The challenge account with them with just $50. Alright, and also their target is also 8% and 5%. So the only downside about them is the aspect of the minimum trading days. Alright, their minimum trading days is 10, so it's not 5. That's just what makes my forex fund better than them. But when it comes to finance, when it comes to trading capital, account capitals, right, the purchase capital rather, right, it's very, very cheap compared to every other PROPFIRM. I'll bring that to you guys tomorrow. I'm going to I'll be making video about the funded trader, just to give you guys more in-depth review about them, so that you guys can check them out even more. Alright, so those are just the 3 PROPFIRM that I really recommend right now: my forex funds, Trader Central, and the funded trader. Those are the 3 that I'm really very sure of right now. E8, I'm still going to be checking them out, but for now I haven't checked them out. But definitely I'll check them out. Probably if I'm going to be doing that, I'm going to be doing that with you guys anytime. I'm going to be doing that with you guys. Thank you for coming to the stream, guys. Thank you for coming to the stream. Today we couldn't get anything. There was nothing, no trade. But to be honest, if I have trades on later in the day, I'm going to be posting that on the Telegram channel for you guys. Right, I want to say I really appreciate you guys for coming. I appreciate your time, right, for being here. I appreciate your time, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. If you haven't given this video a thumbs up, do that right now. Do that right now to help us, so that we can even get more of our lost brothers to this point, right, to here. Right, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for being here, and bye for now, guys. Bye.